Prayer is a very important spiritual weapon that you can use during your spiritual warfare. And in this video, I will not only be teaching you how to pray, but the importance that prayer plays during your spiritual warfare. Starting now. Hey, what's up? It's Tyler here with Tyler's Devotions. On this channel, I post weekly Bible devotion videos that provide you with insightful tips on how to improve upon your spiritual life. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Alright, let's get into the video. God intended prayer to be a way that you can communicate with Him. He doesn't care how deep or how complex your prayer is compared to the other guys. All God cares about is that you're taking time out of your day and spending it with Him and communicating with Him. Now, one thing is that when you do pray, you need to turn your spiritual life to God. You need to tune your mind to God so that He can put you on the right path. And that's whatever path that He has made for you in particular. Now, here are a few examples of how you can go about praying. The first example would be asking God to help you arrive at your destination safely every time you drive somewhere. The second example would be thanking God for the beauty of the world. The final example I have for you is to ask God to guide you when you are forced to make important decisions. All of those are great examples of how you can go about praying to God throughout your day. Now let's dive in a little deeper on the subject of prayer. Your spiritual enemy, the devil, is constantly trying to make you feel like you're alone, like you have nobody in your life. But when you pray to God, you're not alone. Because when you're praying to God, you are literally talking to your Father in heaven. So you cannot be alone. It's impossible. So you want to know how to pray? Well, let's take a look at Matthew 26, 37 through 42. I believe this Bible verse is a perfect example of how you can pray. Because it's literally Jesus, a perfect example, Jesus praying to the Father God before He gets crucified on the cross. So let's read it real quick. It says this. He took Peter and the two sons of Zebedee along with him, and he began to be sorrowful and troubled. Then he said to them, "My soul is overwhelmed with the sorrow to the point of death. Stay here and keep watch with me." Going a little farther, he fell with his face to the ground and prayed, "My Father, if it is possible, may this cup be taken from me. Yet not as I will, but as you will." Then he returned to his disciples and found them sleeping. "Couldn't you men keep watch with me for 1 hour?" he asked Peter. "Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." He went away a second time and prayed, "My Father, if it is not possible for this cup to be taken away unless I drink it, may your will be done." This verse is simply Jesus praying and asking God to take the cup from Him. And it really makes you think when you look at this verse, because Jesus asks God to take away Him having to die on the cross. And yet we all know that Jesus went through with it, because God said, "Look, buddy, it has to be done for everybody to be saved." So Jesus said, "Yes, sir. Yes, Father, I will do it." And He did it without question. So you see, it really makes you think, because there's times I know in my life, and probably in yours, that God's asked you to do something super simple, like going to pray with somebody or something like that, but you were just too scared and too embarrassed to do it. See, Jesus was asked to die, to give His life. Not just die, but suffer through it and die on the cross. And He did it without question. Yes, He asked God to take it from Him. He asked God to take away the thing that He was going to have to do, but He still did it without question. So really think about this verse the next time God asks you to do something. Moving back towards the prayer part of things, Jesus' prayer to God was a simple prayer. All He asked was, "Father God, please take this cup from me." So your prayer, like I said, it doesn't have to be super long, super drawn out, and super, crazy complex. It just has to be you talking to your friend, God the Father. And, God knows our emotions. God knows everything that's going on in your life and in mine. So you need to stop keeping your feelings to yourself and keeping them away from God, because you need to give all of you to God. Because when you hold in those emotions and those feelings and you don't give them to God because you don't think God can handle them or whatever, reason why you hold them back from God, it just adds baggage. It just adds weight to yourself, uncomfortable and unnecessary weight to your spiritual life. So give everything, 100% to God. Don't hold nothing back when you accept God into your life. And in the end, we need to stop making up this little Christian-like prayer that everybody says, like now I'll lay me down to sleep, and all these Christian prayers that everybody just makes up and, trying to impress everybody with the super long drawn-out prayer. No, we need to take time out of our day and spend one-on-one time with God and pray to God like He's your friend, because that's what God is to you and to me. He's our friend. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Subscribe and like the video if you haven't yet. Until next time, Tyler's Devotions provides you with the best tips and tricks for your walk with God.